Hey guys, it's JD Wilder here for your daily tarot reading. I was given the ask by someone I know to do a reading about letting go of control. Whoa. I was asked to do a reading about letting go of control. And I have been experiencing this a lot in my waking life, and the need to let go of control specifically. There's been some hardcore resistance, I'm not gonna lie. And I thought, what better way to do that than by pulling from the Ultimate RPG Tarot deck, aka Lady Sasha. This is Lady Sasha's big debut. Me and my partner call this deck Lady Sasha. She's the coolest. And so I'm letting go of control a little bit, and I'm doing something a little rogue. Get it? Rogue. I'm such a dork. All right, so spirit guides of the highest truth and compassion, what is it that you have to share with this collective of individuals today? I just laughed because I have a friend where she likes to make fun of me because like I'm a horrible winker. I can't really do it. So she ends up going like if she's watching this. All right, that's enough of that. Spirit guides of the highest truth and compassion. What is it that this beautiful collective needs to know today for their highest good related to surrender, and letting go of control, letting go of all the shit they want to carry. Ooh, 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 ooh. Meow. Meow. I just snorted. I cracked myself up. Okay, let's see. We have in your conscious, wait, I haven't even flipped them over. Hold on a minute. Okay. Bottom of the deck. What is this? 8 of Swords. God, you guys. Oh my goodness. So many swords. I just did a reading where the bottom of the deck was 9 of Swords. Now we have 8 of Swords. The Prisoner of War. This guy looks like he's having fun though somehow. Do you see his face? He's smiling in this card, if you can see it. He's kind of like, this isn't so bad. This isn't so bad. I'm wearing flip-flops with socks. That's interesting. I don't know why that stood out to me. Okay, all right, conscious mind. We have the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands. The hireling. So you could be feeling like you're carrying a lot of burdens at this time. That's what I'm getting. In your unconscious, you have the 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands is like a choice. Let's see, hold on, let me think about this really quick. Creative choice. Which way do I go? Is what I'm hearing. Scrying is at the bottom of this card. Okay. And this is, all right, so this is about surrender. So yeah, in your conscious mind, you're carrying this huge weight. You're carrying a weight that needs to be let go of. You're trying to figure out what to do with it. And your overall energy is the Hermit. So the Hermit, what is this? Invisibility. Become invisible to people that expect things from you is what I just heard. Become invisible to people that expect things from you. The Hermit, as soon as I see the Hermit card, honestly, the first thing I think of is going to yoga, being in Shavasana. The pose at the very end where you're lying down and you close your eyes and there's usually some sort of music that drifts you off into a different place. And so you just see the darkness behind your eyelids or whatever images come through to you, and letting your unconscious have a conversation with your waking self, essentially. Is so like shutting down. The other thing that I think of is when you're developing film and the whole room is pitch black with some red lights. That's what I think of when I think of the Hermit, is putting yourself in a place to be very still and silent so that you can actually hear the messages of your soul. Okay, so letting go and surrender. And the advice is 4 of Cups, absent-minded. Ooh, this is interesting. I just got that in order to surrender, you have to be willing to be some level of absent-minded. In order to let go of the things that you feel the need to control, you have to be willing to suspend your disbelief. You have to be willing to almost do the exact opposite of what you do when you're in control. So and that's going to be different for everybody. That's going to be different for everybody because when I feel the need to be in control, this is just an example, I find it very difficult to sleep because my mind is racing. Because my mind is racing with all of the things I have to do. I'm usually looking at all my to-do lists, or I'm looking at my calendar. And it's almost like my body is in constant motion. Like I'm going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, because my unconscious fear is that if I stop even for a second to slow down and take in what's the present moment, or take in what's happening around me, I'm going to have lost precious time, or I'm going to have missed out on something, which is exactly what this card is about. It can be about missed opportunities. It could be the feeling of like fear of missing out. It could be like focusing so much on what you don't have and not seeing what you do have. And the antidote to that is being in the present moment. I've had to do that a lot lately. If my mind is going to the future, or if my mind is going to the past and it's taking up all my energy, I've had to say to myself, Jade, what's literally happening around you right now? I notice my breath. I notice my chest rising and falling as I breathe. I notice the smell of the lemon essential oil I just put on my hands. I notice the sounds of the birds outside. I notice life happening around me. And so what I'm getting with this message is, in order to let go of control, I'm going to look actually this 2 of Wands really quick. I'm getting some interesting energy off of this 2 of Wands, so hold on a minute. 2 of Wands. Travel, progress, discovery. The 2 of Wands is about taking the knowledge you have and learning how to use it. Step outside of your comfort zone. That said, make sure you have fully scouted out what lies ahead of you before you start out on your next adventure. Well, that's not always possible. Number 1, that's not always possible. You don't want to climb halfway up a mountain only to realize you have the wrong gear for the final ascent. So this is an interesting... Lady Sasha, this is a very interesting 2 of Wands description that you have bestowed upon me, and I am not so sure that it works exactly with what I'm trying to explain. Let's see here. 2 of Wands. What to do? Yeah, what to do. It is good to spend time contemplating your options, but sooner or later you are going to have to choose one. Which direction pulls most strongly? And the only way to know is if you get really still and you look at what's around you. It's a wonderful thing to have a number of choices, especially if they are all good options. Pondering all the options and planning for the future is a sign of wisdom and maturity, and we all want to be sure we make the right selection when faced with an important decision. But sooner or later, you have to actually pick something. Are you dreaming your life away, lost in possibilities? Do you spend more time thinking of the future than actually living in the present? Yeah, I just talked about that. Or are you really getting ready to make a move? Only you can decide if now is the right time, but don't wait forever. Okay, so what the main energy I'm getting with this, when it comes to surrender, letting go of control, we must be willing to relinquish constantly thinking about what we don't have and constantly thinking about the future and the past. We have to embrace where we are in this, and we have to slow down even through this to hear what our soul is leaning towards. Okay? That is the message. That is the message. And I think that's also why this Eight of Swords guy, he's kind of laughing. He's kind of like, oh yeah, you know, it's going to be okay. Because it is going to be okay. It is going to be okay. If you're nervous about, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull some love cards. It feels like a love card kind of situation right now. Because we can be really hard on ourselves. You know I can be. Even with the stuff I haven't let go of, it's like, God, why can't I just let go of this thing? Or why can't I just let go of this person? Or why can't I just let go of this feeling, you know? And guys, sometimes, you know, let life surprise you is kind of the big message there. Life is the way it is because it gives us many opportunities to see what's possible. If it didn't present us with chaos, we would never know what's actually possible. We'd always be the same. And when we're always the same, we're not learning anything new. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Put that in your pipe and smoke, smoke, smoke. I don't know why. I don't even smoke. All right. Ooh. My every desire is achievable. I am a magnet for love. I love that. I am a magnet for love. Boop. You have to be odd to be number one. Yes, you have to be odd. You have to be odd to be liked for anything, because not everybody is going to like you. The success of others will not make me jealous. My time will come. I will face the day with an open heart and an open mind. Yes, in the present moment. An open heart and an open mind in the present moment. All right, guys. Well, that was today's message. I love you so much. And I encourage you to practice some form of just being present today. All right. Bye.